What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Blaze, and today I am bringing you some 00 news. So, as we all know, there is an update coming to Offroad Outlaws pretty soon, and we don't know how soon exactly, but within the next month or two, and that's pretty exciting because we've been waiting for an update since basically boats were added, which actually has been quite a little bit of time right now, and it's really weird because I feel like I just made a video on this, but there is a new update that's coming out. So yeah, I'm basically here just to tell you guys what's going to be coming out and what's going to be changed in the game. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so first off, I'm going to start with the vehicles that are being added to the game, which is very exciting because we all love new vehicles. It just adds so much more to the experiences that you're going to have inside of Offroad Outlaws, and it just adds so much more to your playthrough and all of that stuff. So first off, we have a Dodge Charger, brand new Dodge Charger, like 2022 version, you know, all that. It just looks like a standard Dodge Charger, which is going to be very nice to the game because this will add a lot of new role-playing aspects, like police cars, potentially, and drag racing and all that. You can do everything else to that, but I'm really excited for this one because as a fan of just sports cars and supercars and just cars in general, I really am glad to see another car make it into the game, and there is going to be one later on in this video, but right now, we're focusing on the Dodge Charger. So I'm really excited about this because we don't have any modern cars inside of Offroad Outlaws unless you like classify 90s cars or 1900s cars as new, in which so basically we have no new cars inside of Offroad Outlaws. So I am really excited to finally have one of those in the game because it's just gonna add way more aspects to the game, especially as I mentioned before, role-playing aspects, but also in like if you can make this like a crawler or like even a monster truck would be pretty cool, but that might be a little far out there, but you know, it's Offroad Outlaws, so anything can happen. But like a crawler would be really cool, or like something weird that you normally wouldn't do. Like maybe we could convert it like Wesley Chaplin did, like make it a diesel Charger. Like that would be pretty cool, like a diesel Charger instead of the Mustang. Just have a Charger instead. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, so the Dodge Charger, that's a car that's coming to the game, so I'm really excited about that. And next car in the game is a logging truck. So the logging truck is very like kind of weird, but also really cool because it adds so much to the game, and not only it just being a logging truck, but also the aspects it's going to affect in the game, because a logging truck has to have a purpose, and it's not just going to be a regular truck. As you can see from the picture right here, it has some cargo, aka logs, in the bed. I don't know if you call it a bed. I'm not too well versed in loading trucks like this, but I think it's called a bed, so I'll just call it a bed. It has some logs in the bed, which ultimately means that we're going to be able to cut down trees, which really is really cool because the aspect that you can affect the surroundings of the map you're playing in inside of Offroad Outlaws, like that's pretty cool. I never really thought that it would get that far into a game, into the game, but that is a really cool aspect to think about. And now we're going to have a 8x8 truck. We might be able to do that. I don't know if it's going to be 8x8, but it might be 8x8. So this will be our first 8-wheeler inside of Offroad Outlaws, which is pretty cool. And this is going to be brought up in a second as well after we mention all the vehicles, because it also means something else that we'll get to in a second. So let's go on to our next vehicle, which is a new Ford Raptor, which is very nice. I am glad to see that they're going to be updating that. Now I'm hoping that they're going to be keeping the old Ford Raptor as well, because that's still a nice truck and it's still a good Baja truck. So that could be a good like replacement instead of just like a regular Baja truck. Just have the old Ford Raptor, which would be nice. So I hope that they add both, because the more vehicles the merrier, basically. But this one will be very nice to have indeed, especially like look at that front end. It is very nice, and everything about it is just so modernized and just looks very realistic, and I really like it a lot. So this is going to be a very nice truck to use inside of Offroad Outlaws once it gets imported. And yeah, that'll be very fun. So the next vehicle we have is it looks to be either an older Oldsmobile or an older like Pontiac or some other GM kind of based vehicle, which I really like, because I really like the older style of cars as well. I'm a big car guy, okay? So I really like cars. Like how I expressed with the Dodge Charger. I really like that as well. But this one is very nice. You can never have too many classic cars, especially inside of Offroad Outlaws, because you can just do so much to these cars. Like in this picture, it's lifted a little bit. Like, why not add a little lift kit, you know? And this one looks like a little bit of a Baja car, so that'll be nice. That'll be fun. One thing I wish they did add into the game, by the way, was like names for the cars, because like I know they can't properly name it, but that would be pretty cool if they actually added names so that we could actually have something to call these, like maybe in the shop just having a name under it. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know, just saying. But yeah, so this car is going to be pretty fun to mess around with as well, but it's not much new, so we're just going to move on past it. But it is a very nice car, and I'm really excited to be able to use this inside of the game. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be a barn find. I just thought of that. It might be a barn find. It might not be a barn find. I don't know. This probably will be a barn find now that I'm thinking of it. But yeah, other than that, it's a very, very nice car. And if it's a barn find, it just adds another thing to do. So let's go ahead and move on to the next vehicle. The next vehicle is probably going to be one of my favorites that's added. My favorite will probably be the Charger. And besides the logging truck, it'll be this one. So in second place, we have this one, which is a very, very nice truck. To me, it looks like an old GMC or an old Chevy, which is going to be very, very fun to add to the game, because I just looking at it, I can have so many ideas on what I can do with this thing. But this truck is very, very good looking, and it just looks very realistic, and we're going to have a more modern, like 90s or 80s truck design inside of Offroad Outlaws, which will be nice because we don't really have many like Chevys, or if this is a Chevy, I think it's a Chevy. I'm pretty sure it's a Chevy. Inside of Offroad Outlaws from that era, we have a lot of Dodges, and we have a few Fords actually. Yeah, we have the Ranger. Yeah, so we have a few of those in there already. So this will just add to the collection, which will be very fun. I can already think of so many ideas for this little truck, and just to name one, just like a street truck. Like one of those racing trucks. Like, I'm a really big fan of those like slammed, like small racing trucks, because I think those things look amazing. So plus, I'm a little bit biased. You guys will find out in a future video. If you want to find out in a future video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Wink, wink, because you'll find out more about that in a little bit. But yeah, so I have a lot of ideas for this truck, and I'm super excited to use this truck, because this might be my favorite truck in the game if it gets added. So you guys will see why in the future. But yeah, this is why I hate covering updates. Okay, so as soon as I finished this video, editing this video, I put so much work into this, and now they released 2 more trucks that are going to be coming to the update, which is good for us in the game, but just makes more work for me. Thanks a lot for Outlaws for the late news, but this is why I don't do updates. But yeah, so these are the 2 new trucks, a Ram TRX and a Chevrolet, it looks like an S-10 from the late 90s, which is going to be very nice as well. But yeah, so here are some pictures of those, and yeah, so let's get back to the video and what we're talking about here. So that was the last car in the game, so now we have a few things to talk about. So basically, Offroad Outlaws is going to be adding like campaigns, I guess. I don't know if it's a campaign or just things to do, like in SnowRunner, how they have the tasks. They're going to be adding something like that kind of vibe kind of going on there, which will be very fun, because now we'll actually have something to do with our trucks that's game related, instead of just making our own thing, which, I mean, making our own thing is really fun, but to have something to do in the game, that just adds on so much, and it is just awesome to do as well. You can never have too many additions to a game when it comes to a game like Offroad Outlaws. But yeah, so basically what I'm talking about is they're going to be having like cargo shipments, transportation of goods, like logging, as we saw with the logging truck. They're going to have other stuff as well in the future, but for now they're basically focused on like delivering like special deliveries and logging, which we saw by the logging truck, as I just mentioned. But yeah, so that'll be really cool, and like I said before, it'll be really cool to see how we can affect our environment with the logging truck, and it'll be cool. I think they might be adding some buildings as well, or something to the map making. I don't know for sure though, so they might not be doing that, but that would be pretty cool if they did as well. Because to do like tasks, we'd have to have a specific like delivery point to be able to transfer the goods from here to there. So they're probably going to add something like that to the games, and who knows, there might even be a new map coming to Offroad Outlaws, because like they're probably going to design one just basically around this, like tasks system. So that'll be pretty cool to have something like maybe like old school Mud Runner. Like that would be pretty cool to be able to do something like that. But yeah, so that's basically everything that this update brings to Offroad Outlaws. So I'm really excited to be able to see it. I'm really excited to see what you guys think of this. And if you have anything specifically you want to let me know in the comment section below, and I'll take a look at it. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be doing more content like this and more Offroad Outlaws content in the future. As soon as the update drops, by the way, I'm going to be taking a look at some of these trucks and some of the tasks that we're going to be able to do, because I am super excited for this. So thanks again for watching. Have an amazing day. I will see you all in the future. Goodbye.